What's up, guys? Today being September 23rd offered something brand new to Destiny. As part of the daily heroic strike, which happened to be the mission from the Taken King DLC called Lost to Light. It's the mission, of course, where you know where Bax the ogre, you go all the way down there, and just as it looks like you're about to fight him and beat him, he gets taken, and then you have to escape from that area, one of the Dark Below previous missions. And then as you're scaling back up out of the Hellmouth, you reach this one section, where you need a relic, one relic to open one lock on one door, two relics to open two locks on the next door, and then of course the third, which would have been three locks. Well, today was different. Everything went as usual. You ran away out of the Hellmouth, you did the first door, you did the second door, and at the part where that would normally require three locks to break down, well, that door and escape out of the Chamber of Night, today was different. One of the doors right off where the locks would normally be on the door, I can upload a video of that if you're truly interested. It was completely different. The door was already open, and guess what? It took you up to Tanix's catch. And what's interesting about that is that the second you entered the catch, you had 10 minutes to run it and destroy a whole bunch of Taken, as you're about to see in this video. And the caveat being, if you actually cleared the run in 10 minutes, you got the exotic sniper rifle, the Black Spindle, which is basically a clone of what was the Black Hammer from year one. So, interesting. Very interesting. We do it, but it takes us right to the buzzer, so stay tuned to the end of this one. This one was a riot. It was a lot of fun, this mission, but it's interesting because it shows that Destiny has all sorts of these new surprises, new endings, and it's possible to get exotics at the end of these, or maybe all sorts of different secrets to unlock. So that's interesting. The only bad news, of course, is if you miss this particular daily heroic, you will not have a chance to do it normally through the strike, apparently, according to the designers at Bungie, so you have to wait until this mission pops up again as part of the daily heroic. Apparently it's not going to be that long though, so that's nice. Apparently it filters in quite a bit, so if you missed your chance today, you'll have another chance in the future. Not too bad of news. With regard to this overall strike, well, this sort of mixed up variant strike, what was quite interesting about it, of course, as you see, is we're all going to die several times in it because this was our first time running it. You have to kill each and every single enemy in each and every single room, and there's like 5 rooms before the door advances, so you can advance to the next room. So make sure you're of high level, and make sure, for the love of God, you have a lot of good weapons. A lot of the enemies weren't really shielded, which was nice. Some of the wizards in this room were, which was a bit of a pain in the ass. So prioritize some of the enemies as well. Prioritize Scions because they like to replicate. 1 becomes 2, becomes 4, becomes 8 very, very quickly, so take them out for ad control. And take out the wizards, and it's unconfirmed, but those little black hovering balls, a lot of people think enemies spawn out of them. Out of habit, I like to try and take them out just to ensure, for peace of mind, that there aren't enemies spawning as a result. It's mixed results. Some people say it's just a waste of time to skip past them. Up to you whether you want to or not. This room here, of course, is by far the most difficult one. You actually have to take out the main boss of the room. And it's not enough to just take out the main boss. You have to clear every single ad out of the room within that 10-minute span as well. Because we take out the boss, I think, with about a minute or minute and a half remaining, but we were stuck with a ton of ads. You're going to see it here for yourself. And you'll get to see it for yourself. The boss here continually shoots all of those fallen captain blinding elements, which are, of course, an incredible nightmare, and he spams them. This was the first time beating it. I haven't actually tried it more than once, so I don't really have a definitive lights-out strategy that you can employ and slaughter with. Having said that, we did stick to the opening room and sort of hovered off to the sides of the room about 10-15 feet, as you see, as I'm doing here. This was mostly just to clear up some ad controls to make sure these Scions don't spawn and leave us with an incredible amount of crap to get rid of toward the end. The fire teams, of course, you can bring in any fire team you wish. It's not character specific, but we did find that we had one of each. We had a warlock, we had a titan, And of course we had a night stalker hunter, which was me, of course, as I die there. And the reason for that is I can chain together enemies and unleash an incredible amount of orbs and damage chaining them. And you can see the incredible amount of damage that we do to the boss earlier by employing this strategy. The only downside, of course, to sticking in this room that gives you cover and gives you good ad control, as they'll try and sneak up the side. The only real problem is right there. He will continually spam that blinding orb thing, so you can get pinned in here if a lot of tougher ads say go to the left and he spams the right side. You're going to get pinned in the room with nowhere to go, with not a lot of DPS being output. So the key is just to stay closer together. Don't spread yourself out too thin, because if one guy goes out there and dies, you're not going to be able to revive him without probably dying yourself in the process. And that's probably a wipe, and you can't wipe. You could die as many times as you want, as long as your entire fire team does not die, I believe. Then you have to restart the mission to try it again. So stick together, but don't try and get yourself pinned in corridors. We did a good job here of using this area, even though I said it was like a choke point. It's the mix of ad control versus boss DPS. We had one guy almost always focusing on the boss at one point in time. The other thing too, do not ever hesitate to generate orbs for your team. They help a lot, because especially if you have, like in my case, Night Stalker Hunter, I'm able to chain together tons of orbs and chain together all sorts of extra damage on the boss, which helped an awful lot. And that's about it. A lot of it will come down to your gear. A lot of it will come down to how well you manage the ads. And a lot of it sometimes will come down to luck, even if you're extremely skilled, because all it takes is just one bad group of enemies bunching up at the wrong time, and then that's it. But play it that way. Stay together. Manage the ads. Don't let the scions split up like this. Like the amount of scions you're going to see split. This was a mistake here. Right as I told you not to do it, I do it. I get stuck here and I die, and we lose quite a bit of DPS, because with me down and being unable to be revived, that's at least 10 seconds where there's absolutely no damage being put out. So stick together, stick up to the sides, don't be afraid to use those synthesis, rockets, everything. Let them go. See ya. Ouch.
Yeah, it's just spamming those things now.
Yeah, I can't even see.
He's dead.
Is he?
Else real quick. Yeah.
We gotta clean that. We gotta clean house now, though.
Alright, supers.
There's like one more. We gotta kill that one guy.
It's a captain! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it!
Nice.
Oh my god, 3 seconds left.
Holy.
3 seconds.
Oh, so good. We didn't have to kill this thing.
Oh, that was close. I know, I was worried about that. I'm like, does that count?
We killed it and it was still coming down. I was like, no, no, please, 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 man.
Oh, what the hell's a Black Spindle?
It's apparently, it's a, yeah, 310. Apparently it's a, black